Hello all. It's a grim day outside, so I thought I'd talk about model railways. Why not? I thought I'd start by looking at this. It's something of an old favourite. I mean, there must be thousands of these on model railways up and down Britain. It's the Hornby four-wheeled coach. Dates back to the 70s, been in production I think continuously ever since. It's been done in far more liveries than I can think of. But some people don't like it. It's kind of, I've heard it described as a toy, which in some ways I understand. It is built to fit on a standard Hornby brake van chassis. It's not based on any specific type of coach. It's only got sort of 3 compartments, which was quite unusual in a sort of Victorian Edwardian coach. And those compartments are very generously sized, especially for third class. But people like them. They're the only ready-to-run four-wheeled Victorian coach on the market, in Britain at least, at the time of writing. Bachmann has some pre-grouping type coaches in their Thomas range, but those aren't yet available in the UK at the time of filming. So if you are a beginner, you're fairly new to the hobby, you're on a budget, they're not a bad thing to have. They look fairly typical of the sort of thing that you might find on branch lines and light railways, in the sort of from the Victorian era up to really you could plausibly have them working on light railways into the 40s. You might see them even later on, for instance, workmen's trains. So yeah, I honestly think we don't have many rules in model railways, but we do have rule 1, which is it's my railway. So if you have these, if you like them, if you want to run them, then yeah, do it. Now, what I will say is there are some simple improvements you can make. Now, let me just demonstrate something by scooting this up. Now, I don't know if you can really see that, but the buffers on the four-wheeler are a little too high, which to be honest isn't really noticeable from above, which is the angle you'd probably be looking at it from. But there is a way you can improve them. Allow me to demonstrate. Let me just remove this chap and replace it with this chap. Now, as you can see, the buffers are on a level with that. Let me just scoot it over a bit there. Now, what I have done with this is, you see, Hornby do a track maintenance coach. For some reason, they tooled a completely new chassis for this, which has cleaning pads for the, for keeping your rails clean. But what's interesting is, let me show you, it rides at the correct height. It's got a coupling hook there, which the regular one doesn't. Don't know if you can see there, but there's that space underneath it where the cleaning pads would go. I've added a little gas cylinder there from a ratio kit, just to give it a little more sort of gubbins underneath. There's other improvements you could make. It could do with a brake reservoir, probably there, I don't really know these things, and brake pipes at the end. I've repainted it, I've weathered it a bit, I've added a bit of sort of soot and streaks on the roof. But But yeah, I am going to say that if you want a freelance coach of a sort of late 19th, early 20th century vintage, you could build a kit, you could scratch build, but you know what? You could do a lot worse than this. And that is my thoughts on the Hornby four-wheeler. I hope you are feeling enlightened. Goodbye.